Good morning, everyone. I just got back to camp after a very successful morning hunt. So I'm going to share the story of the white-winged gobbler that I've been after. Having my celebratory coffee. I only break out this mug for Thanksgiving and turkey season. I'll get some close-ups here, but I'll give you a quick rundown of the story here. So I'm in Pennsylvania, and as for now, we have the opportunity to buy a second spring gobbler tag, which I did. So this is my second bird. So I did get a bird opening day, and I did plan on filming this year. I actually had my camera gear for the first couple hours of the morning on opening day. And then it started raining, like pretty decent, and I didn't want to ruin my gear. So I brought all my gear back to the truck. I went back out. I think at this point it was around maybe 9 o'clock, 9:30. I sat a little bit longer, and I decided to take a walk back the gas line, see if I could strike anything up. So I did. So I backtracked back to the field where I hunt and got set up, and I pulled him all the way from the gas line into the field, and I was able to get a gobbler on opening day. Unfortunately not on film, but that's okay. So then this bird showed up. I found this one. I do have a trail camera out, and I was started getting pictures of him. Not frequently. It's about, what's today, the 15th. So we're like 2 weeks into the season here. And like every 3 or 4 days, I'd get a picture of him. And this spot has been pretty good to me over the years. And I kind of know where they roost. So I actually passed a couple gobblers waiting for this one. I figured this is my second tag. Oh yeah, this is the last year for the second tag in Pennsylvania. Next year they're going to add Sunday hunting, and they dropped that second tag. I guess they thought maybe the extra hunting days might put a hurting on the turkey population, so they took away the second tag for now. I don't know if we'll ever get that back. Anyway, so this is a good turkey to get for my last second bird. Where was I? Anyway, so I passed up a couple gobblers, hoping to come across this one, and passing up gobblers is pretty tough. But I did it, and it paid off. This guy showed up this morning. It was early. I heard a few gobbles up in the roost, like 3 or 4 gobbles up in the roost. And then it was around 5:51, I think, is when I looked at my clock. I heard one fly down. And I'm posted up on my spot on the edge of the field. And they came from that section of woods. First came a hen, and then came a whole group. And he was hanging with a couple jakes, 2 other gobblers. I don't even know. You know how you get buck fever, but I got turkey fever. I think there were 2 gobblers, 2 jakes, and maybe a couple hens. But once I saw him, I focused on him. He came up into the field, and this was, up until today, the furthest turkey that I shot was at around 30 yards. And I was going to use my 410 for my second bird, but I knew where this bird was at and where he might be coming. I might have a 50-yard shot, but I ended up having a 40-yard shot on this one. So this is the longest shot I've ever gotten a turkey. But he came up into the field. I got about, I don't know, 5 or 10 yards into the field, into my opening, and I shot him, and that was it, one shot. And those turkeys went everywhere. Some went back into the woods. Some went run up through the field. I don't even know. I just ran over, was paying attention to him to make sure he was down. Did not have my filming gear because I purposely didn't bring it, because I just didn't want to mess up with filming gear on the chance at this bird. This is a once in a probably 10 lifetimes bird. And I'll get some better footage of him here in a minute. But I just wanted to share that with you all. If you watched any of my patterning videos, I had was patterning my Mossberg 940 Pro Turkey. Oh, that's what I got him with. And I actually used Winchester Long Beard WR, and I busted out the number 5s for today because I knew it might be a little bit further of a shot. And it was, but it worked perfectly. I think I shot some of his beard off. Got him pretty good in the neck too. So I hope you enjoyed that little shakedown. That's the story of my season. So now I'll probably get back to doing some trout fishing, head up to camp, start getting some work done on the cabin, and can't wait till next year for spring gobbler. And this obviously isn't my camp or cabin. This is my driveway cabin. Sometimes I come out here, get a fire going. Sometimes I'll cook out here on my backpacking gear, or make a coffee and just hang out, and reminds me of just being up at camp. So it's my camp away from camp. All right, on to the bird. Let me get him down from here. I'll spread them out. You can really get a good look at these white wings. Here's a better look at his spurs. I knew he had big spurs because, let me see if I can get that to focus on there. Because a couple of my pictures, I requested videos and got them, like, I slowed down the video when he was walking and I could see he had some really nice spurs on him. The one is about an inch, and this one here is like 1.25 inches. Maybe I'll get out my spur gauge and show you. There's my little cluck spur gauge. I like little quirky tools and things like this. He's about 1.25 inches. Inch and 3/16 maybe. Pretty neat little tool. I also got this from the Pennsylvania Game Commission at the Harrisburg Outdoor Show. Little ruler. I already measured his beard, but the longest strand on his beard was 11.25. And I don't know if you'll be able to see, but I definitely shaved some of his beard hairs off when I got him, which kind of stinks, but it happens. But man, what a beautiful bird. Now when he came walking in, at first I wasn't 100% sure it was him, because when he's all tucked up, he's just kind of smoky, but just thinking back to some of my pictures, I was like, that's him. But I got a couple pictures of him when he's strutting, and you could really see his white wings. How unique. Somebody told me to cut off his, one of my buddies, I told him I was chasing this white-winged bird, and he said to cut off the tongue and send it in, and they'll do like genetic testing on it. But here's the other side. Is that not crazy? Huh, really cool. Nothing really in the tail feathers. I don't know if I can get it open here. There were a couple little, I think you can see little smoky feathers, but not white. An awesome bird. I'm very thankful. especially since it's the last year for 2 tags in PA. It's kind of hard to get them spread out by myself, and I don't really want to damage the feathers any further than I probably already have. But there you can get a good look at his white wings. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet. I was gonna maybe get one of those like turkey feather art, like get it all framed up, and then I was thinking maybe I should get a full body mount. This is probably, you know, once in 10 lifetimes, if ever. So I do think I'm gonna get a full mount. All right, everyone, I'm gonna wrap this one up. Hope you enjoyed that view of the white-winged turkey. I actually had a couple different names for them: Snowball, Snowflake, the obvious ones. But I'm really glad that I finally caught up with them. So thank you all for watching. I'm gonna get him taken care of and sit back out here by the fire, go grab my dog s'mores, and just enjoy the rest of the day. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.